Hi there, this is Derek from Pacific Coast Auto here in Japan, and we're taking a look at an auction purchase of a Nissan Cedric. This one year 2001, and this one only 30,000 original kilometers on it. This vehicle is in extremely good condition, so we'll take a look at the condition of it and compare it to the auction inspection sheet. This one is going to be heading over to Canada for a regular customer of ours. Okay, so let's see what we have here. First off, what is a Cedric? Cedric is a luxury mid-size sedan made by Nissan. I guess it competes with the Celsior or the Lexus LS 400. It is a little bit different in its market placement, but it's a rear-wheel drive, 3-liter V6 engine. It's actually a VQ engine, so one of the earlier VQ engines. Okay, it says here Neo DI, and so that's direct injection. That's why it sounds like a direct injection engine. I'm not sure how much power this puts out. It should be somewhere in the range of about 250-ish from a direct injected 3-liter. Comes with this really cool strut tower bar, cool for a non-sports car, but the stronger chassis is good for luxury cars as well. And everything under here is clean and in good condition. Okay, gonna lower the hood. Give you one little glimpse of the body. Now it is a body with fairly unique styling. And the more I look at it, the more I like it. I really like the proportions of it more than the details though. Okay, so look at the auction sheet here. Auction grade is 4B. 2001, 29,600 kilometers, current registration on it, and authentic mileage. Automatic transmission, toll collection box, ABS, and then the only mark on here is spare tire house has a scuff on it. And then if you look at the body, some light dent, repainted back door here, and then the rear bumper has A2, and that's probably the biggest damage on it, and it's scratches and dents on there. The car still comes with the original tires on it, which are 2001 tire, and they still have what looks like, 80% tread or so. And so the mileage is pretty, looking at the car, the mileage is accurate, but take a look at this. There's crack all along there, and so this is what happens to tires over time. They're now 15-year-old tires. They still have tread on them, but they're not safe to drive regularly on the road, and we found out firsthand because there was a flat tire a couple of days after the vehicle landed, and so we've switched over the tire to the spare for shipping, and then we'll need to get a new set of tires when it lands. Okay, I'll show you the damage over here. I'll do the once around in just a second. So the back bumper, you can see there are reverse sensors on it. That's the black circles. I guess it didn't do the driver any good. He was probably too much of a grandpa and hit here. Not that grandpas are always bad drivers. My grandpa was an excellent driver and drove a Toyota Celica up until about 5 years before he passed away. So some scuffs here and some hits here. I'm guessing it's a grandpa driver because the low this kind of car suits kind of a stately man, I guess. That's a good way of saying it. And the low mileage is typical of somebody who doesn't drive very often, but has always driven himself everywhere or herself everywhere, for those female grandpas out there. Okay, I like the looks of it. Good looking car. So let's do the once around. We already kind of went around here. The wheels look nice. They suit the car pretty well, I think. And the color of the car is neat. It's like a silverish, copperish color. In the video it comes off a little bit more silver than it does in real life. And unfortunately, we have an Evo 6 that's in the way of where we usually shoot the reports, and so I'm going to walk up here to do the other side. Here we go. Yesterday was the first day of school because they start school here in Japan in April instead of September. And so the typical thing to do when you start school is to take a picture of you in your school uniform next to cherry blossoms. And so yesterday, here at the park, we have all the cherry blossoms here, right? And more cherry blossom trees down there and more over there. So there were a lot of people in this park taking pictures. Okay, the headlights are nice and clear. These headlights can tend to fade or yellow over time because they're made out of plastic. but because they're not faded, leads me to believe the car was probably parked inside a garage. Okay, interior is really nice on this. Good condition, very clean, and just a generally really nice condition interior. I guess we'll do front seat first. And so full leather in the door cards and the seats. Just your regular switches here. Of course, with the folding mirrors. They fold nice and quiet. When you drive this car, it drives nice and quiet and great. And it's a gloomy day, and so it looks darker than it does in real life. In real life, the interior looks bright and nice with the beige leather. Okay, steering wheel here. And here are your gauges. Alright, over here we have a navigation screen that also has input jacks so that you can use it as a DVD player. This one also has your controls in it for your AC. And unfortunate for many of the late 90s, early 2000s cars, the buttons are in Japanese here and can be a little bit difficult to understand. Maybe put a little label on there. This one here says map menu, map, bad view? What's a bad view? Oh, bird view. Japanese is weird. Okay, but right now it's in CD player. You have a little control here on the steering wheel, and so you press the mode button, and then you can go down for audio, mode, across for AC, and then you can set your different AC things. It is dual zone AC, and so left and right. Actually, I guess it's triple zone, but I don't think that the rear can set their own temperature. So here you can do different temperature left and right, and then let's just turn on AC. You can see that there's for the back as well, it's in the center. And you can do automatic AC, or you can set your own temperatures by spinning this dial. You can see that's going up. Much better than Mercedes and BMW because you can just twist instead of push, 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 push. And take a look at this. This is quite interesting. If there's a big difference in the temperature between the two sides, it changes it so they're in your face on one side and only on your legs on the other side. Take a look when I switch back. So if the temperature is in the middle, you get both. If the temperature is very low, you get only in your face version. Pretty cool. This one here is aftermarket. It's just your thermometer and your humidity, whatever that's called, humidity gauge fire. Okay, shifting is very good, steering is good, it drives very much like a new car. Tape deck, CD player, and there's a CD changer as well in here, 5 discs. And I don't think you get any free discs. Sometimes you do, but in my experience they're not very good discs. Okay, there's an auto trunk closer and an electronic switch here. So this one here opens your trunk. The trunk dampers are dead, so if you pop that up, the auto trunk closer closes it immediately again. So you can't open it with a key, but you need to have the dampers inside rebuilt. They could be replaced, but you could also rebuild them, and they would work properly there. Okay, power seats. Usually I do this in a different video. I check them, but I forgot to do that here. Okay, all of that works, and we get airbag for lumbar support. I personally do not like lumbar support in my seats, but I'm super skinny. These buttons here are for if you want to move the passenger seat, and you can do that from the back. And so this is kind of like a Toyota Crown or Nissan Century type thing to give you the controls for the back seat. Okay, gonna go over to the other side, and I will mention that when you take the key out and you put the key in, it automatically moves the seat into an easier to enter section. You put the key in and then it goes to your position, but it isn't memory seats. There's only one option there. Okay, the passenger gets fewer options. You just get forward and back, and then the seat forward and back, but you don't have pedals to play around with, and so not really an issue. So a good looking, a modern interior. I really like the floor mats. They kind of remind me of like late 90s. Everything looks kind of like that, and they're nice and clean. So you have 4 airbags here, seat side airbags, and then one here and one over there. Going into the back here. The ashtray in the back here has been used. The one in the front is all clean and nice, so maybe only the person who got driven around in here was a smoker. Here you have a cigarette lighter. Well, not a real cigarette lighter, but the one for the 12-volt power source. Your own vents. AV jacks in the back, so you put your Super Nintendo here, plug it in there, find out how to convert it into a 12-volt power system, and then you can play on the TV up there. Okay, this one comes down, has your cup holders in here, and one shiny yen. Looks like air purifier and speakers back here. Okay. And the trunk is pretty big. These medium-sized Japanese sedans usually have a very good see the seat move? Fun. Usually have pretty good use of space. And so nice large trunks. Let me just show you this. Premium Limited Cedric. Now the Cedric is also called the Gloria for the earlier models. For this model they dropped the Gloria name, but I think Gloria was a Prince model where Cedric was a Nissan model, and when Nissan bought Prince they kept both models, but then they decided to stop doing that after a while. The carpet here is in really good shape, but it comes up a bit because the tire that I just changed is under there and it's bigger than the spare tire, and so it doesn't quite fit in there properly. But the tools exist over there. They're all in good condition. I was the first person ever to use them. And the auto closer makes it so that as long as it touches the sensor there, it sucks the trunk in so it doesn't accidentally get left open a little bit. I'm going to show you the seat one more time. Are you ready? Key in. The seat goes forward. That's fun. Okay, so that's going to be the end of the walk around here. Hope you enjoyed this one as usual. If you have any questions, you can post them in the comments section. But otherwise, thank you very much for watching and have a nice day.